If I were to ask you what the most iconic name in rallying is, you would absolutely say the Audi Quattro, or alternatively, you would be incorrect. This is the car that cracked the nut of sending power to all four wheels on a road car. It's just a really famous name, and it won Group B rallying, and I think it was the first four-wheel drive rally car there ever was. And they did that in an extremely clever way. Back in the days that this weren't rally racing, the rule was that you couldn't use four-wheel drive. You could only use front or rear drive. So, 1 year at the committee of whatever they do to decide motor racing rules, I can't remember which one it is, Audi waited right near the very end when everyone was quite drunk and basically put forward a suggestion saying, hey, can we get rid of the rule about no four-wheel drive? And because everyone was like, they're just bringing on a lorry, an army lorry, or some big heavy off-roader that's going to be slow, they agreed. Because there was no real other big four-wheel drive cars at the time. I think the only big one was the Jensen FF. And that certainly wasn't fit to go rally racing. And then it was all forgotten about. The rule was changed, no one really gave a damn. Until Audi came out with this in 1981, I think. And lost. They lost to Lancia's 037 by a sheer miracle for Lancia. And that was the last time a rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive car won a World Rally Championship. Because in 1982 and 1983 it was this, and then from then on it was four-wheel drive. Yep. Pretty much haven't looked back since. Quattro means four. Because this is a four-wheel drive car. Now I happened to check the powertrain in dealership Tycoon. It's rear-wheel drive. The most iconic four-wheel drive car, the car that's iconic because of its four-wheel drive is rear-wheel drive in this game. This is the single stupidest decision I've seen someone make for a car in quite a while. So I am not the most happy about it. Anyway, this particular Quattro is the Group B variant. The proper rally racing one. It's a bit weird and annoying that they went for the rally version. Actually, no, not weird, just annoying. Because I would much prefer that we had the road-going variant. With this as a body kit, just like they did with the BMW M1, but, it's all good. Anyway, the car is expensive. It's one of the most expensive classics in the game. 1.4 million. I wonder if it's worth it. Still, only one way to find out. First of all, there's the speed. It's quite unremarkable up until you get to 5th and 6th. It just pulls at an average speed. Until you get to 5th and 6th when you realise it's not starting to peter off. Peter off? Fade away. The acceleration is still pretty much all there. Which means that you are basically powering the nuts off of this thing all the time. It's not really a practical thing. Just to get the most out of it. But it's in the corners where this little four-wheel drive, or at least should be, rocket ship really comes into its own. Actually, come to think of it, it's the second car today, of the two, that doesn't have the right powertrain. Isn't that weird? Anyway, as I was saying, in the corners, absolute masterpiece. This thing has such a great chassis, it's not even, close to anything else that I can think of. You're just constantly dive bombing into the corners. and you're able to come out just fine. Could you please turn? The one time it understeers is when you actually need it to not understeer. I mean, you don't need it to understeer anywhere, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. This thing is a 10 out of 10 handling car. What a brilliant, brilliant thing. So how good will the racing bred race car be at racing? To be fair, this is a different kind of racing than what it is usually used to, but we should be all good. Let's see. Off the line. Keep it close to the curb. And then right. Really do like this circuit, by the way. It's good fun. Keep it tight around that bend. Again, keep to the inside line. Rock King, that was very close. I could have nearly tipped that. Oh. Cutting it really fine, but a 32.56. That's pretty good, actually. I am very impressed with this wonderful car. So, should you buy the Audi Quattro? I think chassis-wise, this is probably your best bet. You're going to have a lot of fun in the corners with this. But speed-wise, I would recommend you get the Bugatti Veyron. Especially since it's only like $1 million more, which is barely anything. Not $1 million more, 100 grand more. But if you're just looking for smiles, this is the one you want. The wonderful Audi Quattro. So, on that bombshell, I will see you in a week's time because I'm going on a cruise where there's like no Wi-Fi, so I won't be able to make videos and upload them. But then after that, normal service will be resumed, so see you then, hopefully.